If you lose 50 pounds on Ozempic, about 13 of them aren't fat. Okay, before anybody panics, let me finish the sentence. That is not an Ozempic curse. That happens with basically any fast weight loss. Roughly a quarter of what comes off is muscle. Your body doesn't have a fat-only setting. I wish it did. But these drugs makes it worse in a very specific way, and I'll explain that in about 30 seconds. Then I'm giving you 6 exercises that fix it. No gym, no equipment, 20 minutes twice a week. You need a chair, a doorway, a towel, and maybe a backpack. And obviously, I'm a kinesiologist, not your doctor. So don't change your medication because of a YouTube video. Talk to whoever prescribed it, okay? So quickly, your weight isn't one thing. It's fat, muscle, bone, water, whatever you have for lunch too. The scale adds up all of it and hands you one number, which is like judging a movie by its runtime. 2 people lose the same 30 pounds. One comes out smaller and strong, the other just comes out smaller. Same number on the scale. Nobody's goal is smaller and weaker, but that's the default setting if you don't do anything. Now, 3 reasons these drugs specifically push you toward the second one. 1 is appetite. That's the entire mechanism. That's why they work. But protein is the hardest thing on earth to eat when you're not hungry. Vegetables, you could pick at it. Carbs kind of just slide down on their own. But a chicken breast when your appetite is switched off isn't a meal. That's a whole task. 2 is fast, which is the appeal. It also means less time for your body to adjust to any of it. Number 3, and this is the one that actually concerns me. A lot of people on these medications are older, or they've never lifted anything heavier than a laptop bag, so there wasn't much muscle there to start with. Losing a quarter of your weight loss as muscle at 35 is a completely different event than when you're 68, when you're already finding it a bit hard to get out of a low chair. So the drug isn't the problem. The drug plus doing nothing is really the problem. So here's the doing something. Number 1, sit to stand. Get a chair, stand up without using your hands, and sit back down slowly. That's the half everybody skips, and it's the half that matters. Lower yourself under control instead of collapsing into the seat. Do 8 to 12 of those, and if you're rolling your eyes right now, do 12 and get back to me. When it genuinely gets easy, put the backpack on. That's your progression for the next 6 months, right there. Number 2, push-ups. Start on your kitchen counter. I mean it. Just hands on the counter, feet back, and push. Everybody wants to start on the floor right away. Does 4 terrible ones, decides they can't do push-ups, and then quit forever. So start high, counter, then a coffee table, then the floor. You want to fail at the exercise, not at the height you picked. Whatever level you're at, aim for 8 to 12, where the last couple are genuinely hard. Number 3, split squats. Want to do 1 foot forward, back foot up on the couch. Drop straight down, not forward, just down. Front shin stays roughly vertical. Do 8 each leg, and your balance is going to be an absolute disaster for about 2 weeks. And then one day, it just isn't. That's normal. Everybody wobbles, don't let it put you off. Hold the wall if you need to. Number 4 is the hip hinge. Now you want your backpack held at your chest or 2 jugs of water, 1 in each hand. Push your hips backwards, like you're closing a car door with them. That's the cue. Not bending forward at the waist, pushing the hips back. Your back stays flat, slight bend in the knees, and you should feel it in the back of your legs. Do about 10 reps of those. Number 5 is the rolls. This is my favorite because it feels like you're getting away with something. Loop a towel around a door handle. This needs to be a solid door. Shut tight, please. I don't want any emails. Hold both ends, walk your feet forward. Lean back until your arms are straight. Then pull your chest toward the door. Do about 10 reps. That's genuine roll for free. Most home routines skip pulling entirely because it looks hard to set up. It isn't. And skipping it is how people end up round shouldered and strong in exactly one direction. That's number 6. This one is carries. You want one heavy bag in one hand, walk in your hallway or whatever you have room in your house. Don't let yourself lean over sideways. Resisting that lean is the actual exercise. Down and back, switch hands, and then repeat. This one's doing more than it looks like. Grip, core, shoulders, and it's the closest thing on this list to something you'll actually do in real life. 2 sets of each. And here's the part that matters more than any individual movement on that list. Stop each set when you've got about 2 good reps left. Not exhausted, not comfortable, but 2 left in the tank. If you finish the set and could have done 10 more, that wasn't a set, that was just movement. 20 minutes, twice a week, and that's the whole thing. Quick thing before the food half. If you're the kind of person who wants the actual answer without a lecture attached to it, that's what this channel is. So subscribing genuinely helps me. The food. Everybody already knows that they should eat protein. That's not new information. The problem isn't knowledge, is logistics. You've got a limited amount of appetite now, and protein is competing for space on the plate, and protein loses. 5 things. Eat the protein first. Literally first. Before it goes to the chicken, before anything else. You're going to fill up halfway through the meal. That's a given now. So this way you fill up on the right thing. Highest leverage change on this list, and it costs you nothing. Drink some of it. When chewing starts to feel like work, and it will, liquid is much easier. Things like milk, shake, Greek yogurt. Your body doesn't care that it doesn't require a fork. Smaller and more often. If one big meal is unthinkable, stop fighting it. 3 small hits beat 2 forced ones. Stop weighing things. You need an anchor, not a spreadsheet. Roughly a palm-sized portion of protein 3 times a day. Your hand scales with you. Free measuring device always on you. Never needs charging. Keep the lazy stuff visible. Eggs, yogurt, cottage cheese, jerky, milk. Front of the fridge at eye level. Because if the protein option requires cooking and you're not hungry, you're not cooking, I'm not cooking, and nobody is cooking. One thing I want to be straight about, because I think it matters. The trial that will properly prove lifting in protein protects your muscle, specifically on these newer drugs, it hasn't published yet. It is still running. We don't have the answer in your hands. What we do have is decades of evidence that lifting and eating protein preserves muscle during weight loss in general. Plus 1 solid trial using an older drug in the same family where the people who add exercise actually gain muscle while they kept losing fat. So this isn't a guess, but I'd rather show you the edge of the evidence than pretend there isn't one. And if that trial comes back and says something different, I'll make a video about it. It'll look a bit silly, and that's completely fine. That's how it's supposed to work. Who does this matter most for? If you're 40 and reasonably healthy, you'll probably be alright either way. Do it anyways. If you're 65 or you've genuinely never lifted anything, or getting out of a low chair is already a bit of a project, this isn't a bonus. This is the thing. That muscle is what keeps you independent, and getting it back takes so much longer than losing it did. And I'll land where I started. These drugs are good. They're helping people who've been fighting this for 30 years and getting blamed for it the whole time. I'm not talking anybody out of anything here. It's 1/2 of something. The other half is 20 minutes twice a week with a backpack full of books. Routines on the screen, screenshot it, and if somebody in your life is on one of these, send it to them. That's honestly why I made this video. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.